Hey everybody, I want to tell you, HR is not your friend. Let me say this again. HR is not your friend. The reason why I'm making this video message is because there are so many things that I learned and discovered at my last job. At my old job, I found out so much, and it was heavy hitting stuff. And it was not only just with regular employees, but it was definitely with HR and even with a corporate office. You all need to really know, if you don't already know, that HR is not for you. Typically HR, it may not be all HR offices in every company and at every job, but for the most part, most of them in human resources is for the company in itself. They are not 100% for you as an employee. They stick with the company, because if you are the person that is bringing heat on the company, or if you are the person that they feel is bringing heat on a particular employee, they are going to get rid of you to protect the company, to protect the integrity of the company, and to protect the reputation of the company. You all have to know that HR, typically when you start working, they will lead you to believe that they are for you. They will lead you to believe that you are safe coming to them to give them the details bit by bit, blow by blow, on whoever and whatever is going on or whatever is happening. They will tell you, we are family here. If you're ever uncomfortable, if there's anything that you want to let us know, please come in. Don't hesitate. File your grievance. Start a paper trail. Tell us everything that is going on. But you will quickly find out, depending on what your work situation is and how it looks for you, that HR really does not care about you, and I'm going to tell you why. In every case, this is not facts, but in a lot of cases, this is some facts. If it fits you, then it will resonate with you. If it doesn't, as I always tell you all, with love and the utmost highest level of respect, just keep it moving. HR, when you go to them and you are reporting a manager, a supervisor, or a team lead, or an employee, the very first time you go to them, they probably will care to a certain extent as far as what you're telling them. They will jot it down. They will take notes. They will talk amongst themselves when you are no longer in their presence about what your complaint is. But if you come to them after that, they will more than likely start looking at you like you are the problem. But in reality, you really may not even be the problem. It's just that you are bringing attention and heat to one of their supervisors, one of their managers, one of their directors, one of their team leads, and you will be looked at as either a tattletale, problematic, or somebody that is changing the integrity and the reputation of that company. So if they have to move you to a different department, if they have to transfer you to a whole different location, if they have to outright fire you in order to keep the reputation and the integrity of the company, and to kill the attention that has been brought up on a particular team lead, supervisor, manager, or director, that is what HR is going to do. Don't ever be shocked if you are the type of man or woman in the workplace. You have been seeing a lot of inappropriate things go on, and initially you didn't care about it up until it started to hit you. When it started to affect you and your position, or your title, or your well-being, or your mental or emotional health, that is when you probably started saying, now I've got to go up the chain of command, because I don't want to get out of place, because I don't want to do something that would get me fired or suspended and jeopardize the money that I make to take care of myself and my family, I'm going to go to HR because they're going to handle the person or the situation. I am here to tell you all in this video message, this is not how it's going to go at a lot of these companies. A lot of companies are dirty, and I literally don't care what job it is. I don't care if you work in a hospital. I don't care if you work in a school system. I don't care if you work in a restaurant. I don't care if you work in a factory. I don't care if it's in retail. Whatever job you all have, it does not matter about your level of education. It does not matter if you're on salary or getting paid by the hour. It does not matter what you're doing. Overall, HR does not really care about you. They're going to do whatever they need to do to protect their company. They are taught and trained this. And I found this inside information out by somebody that I knew who worked in HR at my last job. Okay, so they will do these particular things. And I know people in my real life that are now managers. They are big time managers. Some are supervisors. I have a couple of people that are very, very close knit to me, and in their jobs, they are supervisor or they have been assistant supervisors or directors. So overall, I'm letting you know, HR really is not about you. They are not for you. You start to become an irritant when you complain about things, and they will look at you like you're the bad guy, and you're really not the bad guy. They will know that certain employees you are reporting, or certain managers, team leads, supervisors, and even directors, they will know how they are. But you know why they really don't do anything to them? Because a lot of them in HR, they have either inappropriate connections with them, or they are in cahoots with them, or those supervisors and managers or employees, they have something on those people in HR. They have some type of dirt on the company. It looks different for each one of you all, or someone you may know. And so you've got to sometimes sit back and look at what is going on in the workplace. Because when you are in a setting that's supposed to be professional, when you are in a setting that's supposed to be organized, when you are in a setting that is looked at as a high-ranking company, as far as people knowing this reputation of this company, it has been confirmed over and over and over by legitimate people. So you can trust to work for this company. You can trust to buy from this company. You can trust to do business with this company. But sometimes things in the workplace get so trashy and so messy. You've got to look back at certain people and say, how is he or she still a manager? How is he or she still an assistant supervisor? How is he or she still a team lead? How is this person still a director? How are they still a director of this hospital? How are they still a director of the nurses? How is this person still a team lead? How is this person still an assistant supervisor? They are so messy. Some of them, you have seen them do deplorable things. They will know everybody's business. They will be gossiping. They will be lying. They will be fraternizing, which is illegal in a lot of companies, but they will be fraternizing and very inappropriate and personal with people in the workplace, and they even do stuff outside the workplace. But I'm going to tell you, a lot of them, they are in cahoots with managers and supervisors in HR, and they keep them around. Let me also tell you all this, because this is something else that I want to expose and uncover. And like I said, I'm not saying any names. I'm going to keep it classy. I'm going to keep it cute. I'm not a name dropper. My aim and motive is never to expose anybody. So I'll let you all play around with it. You can think what you want to think, but I don't do that. But I will expose certain things that goes on, because I know it's going to resonate with many of you. But what I do know is that sometimes a lot of you all, you will start to feel tension when you go to work. You will get to a level where these people in the workplace, a lot of you all, you are outright fearful. You dread going to work. You have high anxiety, and you are really sad and depressed on your way to a particular job because of problematic managers, supervisors, directors, team leads, and even certain employees. But a lot of times when you feel the tension at the job, when you feel and see that you're being bullied, when you are being ostracized, when you are being picked on, when people are literally picking you out, you're always getting called to the office, or you find out rumors are being spread about you. Sometimes with certain supervisors, these are tricks that they use because they really don't want you at that particular company. There was a manager, he was a supervisor at the last company I worked for, and I knew from discernment that this man had something going on with the team lead. It was already rumors circulating that it may have been some inappropriate things going on with him and his team lead. I didn't investigate it. I could not confirm it. But what I noticed is that one minute he would say something about her. He would tell a few of us, either in meetings or in passing, if we saw him in a hallway, that several people were complaining about her. And then when you would go to him to report her to him, he would say, well, nobody's complaining about her. Nobody's saying anything. He would totally switch up what he had just told you a day or two before. It would be different. There were times when myself and other people had run-ins with her. She would always argue and go back and forth with certain people. And this supervisor literally would put his arm around her. They would start whispering and talking to each other, and they would walk down the hall, and it would be like nothing happened. And you know what would happen to the employees that reported her? They were either fired, they were either relocated to an entire other building, or they were moved to another location within that building. I am letting you all know, when you go to HR or when you go to corporate, a lot of them, they know these managers, they know these supervisors, they know these team leads, because these managers, supervisors, and team leads, they are in those positions because somebody in HR or corporate already recommended them. And when you do, if you choose to do this, you better know what you're doing, and you better have all your ducks in a row. A lot of them, they will be related to regular employees. I cannot tell you all, some of the people who were managers and supervisors at the last company I worked for, some of their parents, literally, their mother, they would be a manager. But then when you went to corporate, you would find out that their mother worked in corporate. You will find out they had an aunt or uncle that worked in HR or corporate. You would find out that the head supervisor may have had something inappropriate going on with one of the team leads, or one of the supervisors. And so when you find out this information, it makes sense as to why a lot of them, they get away with so much. I am exposing this to you all because some of you all, you are confused. You don't really know how to feel. Sometimes you feel like, you know what? I love my job. I love what I do. I'm only here to get a paycheck. When I told you all in the video, you don't owe your coworkers anything, I still stand on that 10 toes down. But I'm going deeper and further into this because a lot of people that I have one-on-ones with, a lot of you all have a lot of issues within the workplace and you don't know why. But I'm going to tell you, within corporate and within HR, a lot of times they already know who you are because that problematic team lead, director, supervisor, manager, or assistant manager or supervisor, they may be related to one of them in HR or corporate. They may have a relationship going on with somebody in HR or corporate. And so you know what certain supervisors would do? Instead of coming to you and outright firing you, and keep in mind that it is not illegal for a company to fire you and not give you an explanation. If you think I'm lying, look it up. It sucks. It's real sketchball. It's real greaseball. But this is a very real thing that goes on. They don't have to tell you why they fired you, but some of them, they have a little bit of conviction, and so they will outright know, well, she or he is coming to tattle on this person. I know how that manager is. I know how that director is. I know how that team lead is, but I'm not about to get rid of the person that's giving me the inside scoop on all these people here. I need them here. And I'm going to set it up to where that person agitates and irritates the certain one that's coming, filing grievances, making reports against them and filing complaints and starting a paper trail, because if they get so bothered by them, they're going to end up just quitting on their own. This was a revelation that I got clear as day. It dropped in my spirit, and when I tell you all, this was so clear to me coming out of my last job. And now it's taken me a long time to tell you all this, but I have to let you all know this. But it came to me so clear. Sometimes they set these problematic employees, team leads, directors, supervisors, managers, and assistant supervisors and managers. They set them up and tell them to intentionally bully you and pick at you. That is why a lot of them are still at the job. That was the revelation. That was the uncovering straight from the Holy Spirit. I believe that because I wasn't even thinking about that. And it dropped in my spirit so clearly. They will do that because they know they really don't have dirt on you. They really don't have dirt on you. You're not coming into work late. You're not getting caught up in anything inappropriate. They may have heard some rumors about you, but if they ask the person or people who is allegedly involved in the rumor with you, the person may actually tell them the truth. Like, I don't even know her like that. I don't even know him like that. Nah, I'm not doing anything with them. And they go off that, but they'll be like, well, I can't get this person on coming in late. I can't say they stole anything. I can't say they were volatile with anybody. They didn't threaten anybody. They didn't put their hands on anybody. This person's not on drugs. So I can't really fire them. But they will tell, that is the revelation that I got. They will behind the scenes tell those certain team leads and employees and managers and supervisors or even directors to pick at you and say little things because they wanted to bother you so much to where you get so frustrated that you quit, or that, you resign, or that you react in a way that they have now a reason to get rid of you. This is another hidden tactic of Satan. He wants you to be frustrated. He wants you to jeopardize the money that you make in order to take care of yourself, in order to take care of your family, in order to pay your bills. And so this is why you see demonic activity within people. I told you all, and I say it humbly, I'm very sharp with this. I may miss the mark sometimes and certain things because I'm a human. Okay? I make mistakes. Give me grace. But what I'm saying is that I'm very sharp with being analytical and observant. And I try to be silent most of the day. And I try to listen to if God's going to say anything to me or if he's going to reveal something. And a lot of people, you miss out. You miss out because this is why I told you all in the video, you don't owe your coworkers anything, because you all are busy trying to be friends with these people. You all are busy trying to be intimate with them. You're trying to kick it with them, really believing that these people are your friends, when the whole time you don't know, when you're not at work or outside of work on the weekend, if they kick it or they're on their off days, they're kicking it and talking to some of these people, or they're outright related to some of these people in corporate and in HR. If you didn't know, now you know. HR is not for you. They are for the company. They are going to protect the company. They are going to protect the supervisors, the team leads, and the managers with their messy selves. They're going to protect them because they are the ones that's the eyes and ears. And what they can't see as HR or as corporate, those little dirty employees and supervisors and assistant supervisors and managers and certain directors and team leads, they tell them about you. They come and tell them, well, I was talking to so-and-so. So-and-so said that they're going to be taken off of work for 2 days. They're going to take a personal day because their child is sick. And see, this is why when you come into the workplace and you get hired, you got to be careful when you tell certain lies. Because if you came in and you put on the application and they interviewed you in corporate HR and you told them you don't have any children, you may be the employee that they're using to come in on the off day or to work a lot of overtime, or you work on the weekend. But if you had a sidebar conversation with a team lead, a director, or a supervisor, because they've manipulated you into thinking that you're friends with them or you're cool with them and they really like you, they will say, oh, so-and-so said that they're going to take a personal day. They not coming in, but we need them. So-and-so is not going to switch or swap schedules with them. They're not going to be here. So you said that they're going to take a personal day because they got kids. They told me when I hired them, they didn't have children. Do you all catch my drift? You have got to be careful skinning and grinning in the faces of your managers, your supervisors, the team leads, and the directors. I know a lot of you all, you have a need for attention. You require a lot of attention. You require a lot of love. You require a lot of adoration. And so you will, and I'm not judging you, but I know a lot of you all, you look for that. So to know that you believe you're cool with your boss, you're cool with your director, you're cool with the team lead, you're cool with certain assistant managers and supervisors. You believe this. And so once you believe it, then you get comfortable. You start opening yourself up. You're vulnerable. And the closer you think you are to them, the more you start to share with them. But a lot of times behind your back, they're laughing at you. They're making fun of you. That is a vision also that I had about certain people that I used to work with. I was able to, in the spirit, hear certain conversations, and I would see visions of certain ones laughing and literally cracking jokes, whether it be about me or other co-workers. They would be making jokes like, oh, that person a goofball. They don't even know so-and-so and so-and-so. The whole time they had been watching you, setting you up, and they set it up because they were getting tired of you being a tattletale. When in reality, you shouldn't even be labeled as a tattletale. See, they don't know the flip side of it. They really don't know that when it comes to a lot of you all, you go and tell and start a paper trail, and you file grievances and you file complaints because you know what you're capable of doing to a fellow coworker if they keep picking at you. So your level of maturity and you maintaining your peace and being emotionally intelligent, that is why you will go to HR. This is why you will go to corporate. But a lot of them, baby, behind the scenes, they being told, agitate her. Say some stuff to her. If she asks you a question, if he asks you a question, ignore him. You know, don't sit with them when it's time to go to lunch. It's very childish things. It's very nitpicky, simple, petty things. But if you are not strong enough, if you are not focused enough, and if you are not, number one, prayed up, this stuff will get to you. Now, if it's already happened to you, clean yourself up, get up, and try again. Go to a new job. But if you're still in a workplace now, I urge you all, and I say it in love, and I'm speaking through the spirit, I urge you all to be more alert, be more aware, be careful with telling your personal business to coworkers. Be careful skinning and grinning and thinking you're cool with certain people in leadership within the workplace, especially HR and corporate. Just be careful with that, because if you have a motive or an agenda like, well, I'm going to get cool with the manager, I'm going to get cool with the team lead, I'm going to get cool with the director because when I want to get elevated, you know, I'm already cool with them, they're going to put me in that spot. No, baby, a lot of times you're intentionally held back because that team lead, supervisor, manager, or director, they already have them in mind to upgrade them to a higher position that you may want. You're a little fish in a big pond to a lot of these companies. So I need you all to know that this is why I am very adamant about you all not being friends with people in the workplace. I didn't say don't be civil. I didn't say don't be professional. I did not say don't be, nice and speak. I didn't say don't be a gentleman or a lady. You always be a gentleman. You always be a lady. You speak when you come in. You speak when you are clocking out. But when it gets to the point you're laughing and ka-hee-hee-hee and calling them your BFF and your friend, and you're opening up your door, inviting these people with these titles or even certain employees into your home, bringing them around your wife, your husband, your children, telling them what you have going on, just bragging and telling them all this stuff. Don't think that HR and corporate does not know about it. And if something goes down, these same people you're laughing with, they will not have your back. Corporate will get rid of you before you can even think a thought. Before you can even blink, you will be gone. because they're going to protect the company, the integrity of the company, and the reputation of the company. And if they know that they don't really have anything to get rid of you because you didn't do anything wrong, they will set these problematic employees and people in positions up to irritate you, so you just quit. You better know when God wants you to hold them or when he wants you to fold them and move on. But sometimes it's simply just the enemy trying to trick you out of your position, so you struggle to take care of yourself. This is why you have to have the self-control, which is also a fruit of the Spirit. Wake up, everybody. Go to work now from this point on with a brand new attitude, a sharper level of focus. Stop letting lust get the best of you. Stop getting comfortable. Stop always looking for friends outside of maybe the friends you have now, or if you don't really get along with your family, you think you're going to find it sometimes in church, or you think you're going to find it in the workplace. Sometimes that's where most of the devils are. That's a fact. That's a fact. I've said enough, I've revealed enough, I've told enough. That's the video message. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have taken offense to anything I spoke about in this video message, it's okay, it's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned because I know you will forgive me in the morning.